inspiration, knowledge, expertise, and advice from some of the most inspiring entrepreneurs, investors, and mentors across the world. I'm very excited because today we have a guest who is an amazing, incredible hacker, entrepreneur, CEO. His name is Mohamed Nabil. He's the founder of Widebot. Widebot is actually the largest and the first entirely Arabic bot building platform. Am I saying it right, Mohamed?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, exactly.
Yes, and they have experienced immense growth. I mean, they have offices in Cairo, in Dubai. I don't know what I missed in the latest period, but I know that you recently raised a pre-Series A investment. Is that right?
Yes, yes, definitely. Yes.
Amazing. So thank you so much for joining, Nabil. Thank you so much.
Thank you for invitation. Thank you.
We're
I hope it will be yes,
Yeah, we're very excited to
yes.
hear from
Okay.
you. I'm very personally excited to hear the story of how you managed to grow this, which was initially an idea, into what Widebot is today, right?
Okay,
Especially
perfect.
because today's topic is growth hacking. Growth hacking has become sort of this buzzword. Everyone talks about it. Everybody wants to hire a growth hacker. So we want to start taking it from the first steps through your story to understand what is exactly growth hacking. Do you want to
Okay,
tell us? Yeah.
okay. Yes, perfect.
Amazing, amazing. So, from the moment you started and you launched Widebot, what would you say were the first steps that you took to achieve growth, to start getting some traction?
Okay. When we starting Whitebot, we are focusing on our USP, unique selling points. We
Mhm.
are aim to provide the most powerful AI engine and the most easiest chatbot builder platform supported by the AI engine that can understand English, Arabic with different dialects. So we need to focus on your unique selling points.
Right.
We sell to our clients this value. We need to provide this. And at the beginning we don't have a lot of resources, so we start
Mhm.
to build a partnership program. This is
Mhm.
our first step.
Right.
uh, we are a B2B business, so
Hmm.
we need to sell all over the MENA region, and
Hmm.
we only have an office in Cairo. So, and we have a lot of resources, to hire a big team. So we start with a partnership program.
Right.
we uh, we build a win-to-win situation, a win-to-win agreement with many partners in
Hmm.
different countries and different domains.
Hmm.
So it gives us the impact to sell in Saudi, in Emirates, in Lebanon, in Oman, Bahrain. So this is our first hack we did to acquire more customers, and to expand outside Egypt. It's a win-win situation. We provide them the technology and the AI, and they provide us with the connections, the customer base, and so on.
Right.
This is our first thing.
Right. So you started from the beginning with international partnerships. You didn't start from Egypt and then moved on to international
But
partnerships.
we're starting from Egypt and KSA and Emirates as a first step. Then we expanded our partnership program to Bahrain, Oman, Kuwait, Lebanon, Jordan, and so on.
Right, right. Because this was basically, you noticed that there was a need, right, for bot
Yes,
building,
yes,
right?
yes,
I understand that your platform helps you build a chatbot with no knowledge of coding in very easy steps.
yes, and drag and drop experience. Yes,
Okay,
and drag and drop
okay,
experience.
okay. Amazing, amazing. And what would you say? So you had partnerships, right? What would you say was the key strategy that you implemented to achieve this growth? Was there a follow up? We were recently having a session with Hamid Saif on the customer experience, right? How do you ensure that this one customer, that in your case is a business, how do you ensure that continues to remain a customer and that grows into further customers or selling more services to the same customer?
Boss, we are focus يعني, our cross strategy focusing on three main things: the
Hmm.
revenue,
Hmm.
the product itself, and the growth. The revenue, we need to increase our sales, we need to decrease the churn.
Hmm.
For sure, any SaaS have a churn rate. We need to increase this churn rate to keep our customer with us.
Right.
And to the product department, we see all the time how many features we have, the new templates, the new channel we will go on. So recently we launched our WhatsApp through our platform. WhatsApp nowadays it's a very huge channel, and a lot of leads come from asking for a WhatsApp chatbot.
Yeah.
It's in early stage from Facebook, but we have a lot of demand on WhatsApp. So we need to adapt our strategy to fit the market needs. Also, the AI engines, AI models, the dialects we support, and regarding to the growth, we are have a two strategies. The horizontal growth,
Mhm.
to expand in different countries, or to make a partners in different countries. Like now we have more than 25 partner in around 10 countries,
Mhm.
like Saudi, Emirat, many countries. And the vertical cross, we need to have clients or partners in different domains, like healthcare, like food and beverage, like e-commerce. This will keep us in the track, and this will increase our customer base and enhance our AI engine. So our AI engine need a lot of data. We need to train. We need to keep a millions of dialects data. So this is our three main metrics we see in the process.
Right, right. I want to take that word that you mentioned, leads, and go further on that. But before that, um, what's your business model? I want to understand better what is the business model, because once, I mean, you're talking about the AI engine. Is that something that you also offer your clients, or how? What's the business
Yes.
model like?
Our business model is very simple. It's a monthly subscription based.
Hmm.
We have a two segment of clients.
Hmm.
Uh, the 100% small and medium, they build their own chatbot through our platform in
Yeah.
a drag and drop experience, no coding, no coding or no technical background needed.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
and we have a line of enterprise clients, a huge clients like government, like banks, like big names,
Hmm.
and they do want us to build them, to build the chatbot for them, to train, and also they want us the chatbot on prem. So we have a two segment of clients: SMEs, 100% SaaS, and enterprise clients, and all of them is one subscription based, starting from $15 for SMEs and $1,000 per month for enterprises.
Right, right. How many users do you have now in the subscription model?
And subscription model more than one and one 105,000. Sorry, 1,500.
Okay, okay, wow. And was that, so you were mentioning WhatsApp as sort of the new lead
A
generation,
channel, yes,
right? The new channel.
yes,
Um, let's talk a little bit about leads, because that's another concept that shows up and appears very frequently, and not every entrepreneur today understands, right? So explain a little bit, like, how do you create leads? What is a lead? Let's start from the beginning, right?
okay. The definition of the lead, it's how to convert to convert you into a customer to Widebot,
Mhm.
or into customer to your business.
Mhm.
I will give you my perspective from a B2B
Mhm.
business. I don't know more about the B2C, but the lead is to convert anyone to be interested in your product and in your service.
Yeah.
You need to try many hacks,
Mhm.
many channels to
Mhm.
find the right way, but you
Mhm.
need to don't invest a lot of money in one channel or two channels. You must invest small money and small effort in many channels to find and see the numbers and see the analytics, and decide which the main one or two or three maximum the channels that I can acquire customers from that. So you must try, but try and fail first, and decide what is the best channel that give you more clients and more acquisition.
Right, right. So you were mentioning WhatsApp as one of the lead generators, right?
Yes.
What other platforms or what other systems do you use for that?
We used to acquire or used to support.
To acquire.
Okay, acquire. No, WhatsApp is a channel to acquire, but mainly the partner is as a main channel we acquire customer from them. So it's a partner in the platform, small and medium and social media agencies, or it's a partner software agency in Gulf, or it's a domain partner. So we have a partnerships when big names in publishers, in healthcare, in education. This give us a lot of user base. So it's our main channel is a partnership, our partners.
Right. So how does that work? How do you do the partnerships and get them basically to acquisition? I mean, I want to take our listeners and our audience through the funnel of acquisition.
I can't hear you. Hello. Sorry, can you repeat again?
Yes, sorry. I think
Okay.
we got interrupted by the line
It's
network.
connection. Yes.
So I wanted to take on the concept of the funnel, right? So you
Okay.
start with the lead, you convert them, and then you take them through, right? You have a funnel of
Okay. I can't hear you, but I will talk about the funnel in Whitebot. Mainly, the marketing have many funnels. The funnel it's a logic contract that help a team to see the activities of the customer. So in Whitebot we have a many segments. The first one is acquisition, how to make the customer see the Whitebot platform or see our Facebook page or see our ad. So how to make the customer visit Whitebot page and see the pricing page, see the features. It's the first segment we see. The next one is how to activate this customer into to build his first chatbot. How
Mhm.
to make it experience is easy. How to publish the first chatbot. The next one is the retention. We are in Whitebot. Want you to keep update your chatbot, update your scripts, build more flows. So we need to monitor how you visit Whitebot. Last 2 weeks, we aim to us to visit us around 4 or 5 times. So it's you are now a retention customer. Then the revenue. You are satisfied with the service. You find it useful for you and useful for your business. So you will pay back for the service. You will pay for the service and give us the subscription that we agreed. And the last one is the refiller. The customer love whitebot service, love the impact of the chatbot, save money, automate his customer service or his sales process. So he will suggest us to another customer. So it's the last one is the refiller segment.
Right, right. Referrals, exactly. We were talking about different softwares and different platforms that we can use, right, to generate those leads, right? I know that there are some, there's, for example, Hotjar that allows you to see how people interact with your site.
Yes, yes.
There's lead pages. Can you name a few for those entrepreneurs who are watching and who want to understand better, what are the software, what is the software available to utilize to generate those leads?
Okay, it depends on the need. For
Mhm.
example, if you need a retention management or CRM to track all your client database, all the sales funnel, you need to use Zoho, Copper, any CRM that provided in the market. It will very useful to track all the sales funnel. I talk from a B2B perspective,
Yeah,
not a B2C. Okay.
yeah.
If you need an email marketing, if you need to make a campaign, you need to use Mailchimp. I think it's the best one for now.
Yeah.
For marketing automation, Intercom and HubSpot is very useful. It
Mhm.
give you tons of features that you need to automate your marketing and all your marketing cycle.
Mhm.
Also, there are a tool like called segment and amplitude. Amplitude. It
Uh-huh.
give you it help you to build a universal dashboard that you can visual all your database or your analytics or your numbers in one platform and on one dashboard. It's
Mhm.
very useful to build it through these two tools. And definitely you need to use a chatbot.
Right. Of course. Well, we're going to be writing them down. We're going to write all these recommendations down,
Ah, yes, yes,
the
yes, yes.
recap of the episode. But I want our viewers, I mean, Guys, if you have questions, just drop down a message. Tell us where you're from, where you're tuning in from. Send us your questions for Nabil. We're talking about growth hacking. So we're trying to hack the process of growth hacking itself, right? Basically. I wanted to understand better when it comes to retaining customers, right? What are the processes that you put in place once there has been a purchase? How do you keep that customer and perhaps add other services? What's the process like?
of retention.
Hmm.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, to keep your customer attention, it's he need to be satisfied on the service. You
Mhm.
need to give him he need to touch the value of the chatbot. He
Mhm.
need to build a chatbot, and even it's free or it's a paid chatbot, but he need to touch the value. He need to you need to give him a useful analytics of how the chatbot help his business, the numbers, how to. We also help the customer to have an ROI from the chatbot. Not
Mhm.
only we're selling you the service, no, we keep with you to know how to market your chatbot, how to engage more with your customer, how to make a marketing campaign, how to use the tools to have the highest ROI from your chatbot, how to train your employee to use a chatbot, how to build the right script, how to many techniques we use to keep you in retention. Definitely, we give you support 24 hour. It will be useful if you have a bug or if you have something wrong. He need to come to us, and we will be ready for him. So all of this keep your customer retain and use a chatbot and feel the value of building a chatbot.
Right, right. What kind of data do you look at to assess your growth, right? Do you have like milestones that you set periodically? How do you plan growth? Because I think that's a hard thing, right? When an investor comes and asks me like, okay, so where is this going in 5 years? Where is this going in a
Yes,
year,
yes.
perhaps, right?
Okay, we have many numbers you must look at for
Mm-hmm.
how many chatbot we have, how many clients we have now
Mm-hmm.
for free, all of them free and paid, and then we need to focus how many of them are paid and how what is the lifetime value and customer acquisition cost. This customer cost me $30 and the lifetime value is $60. So it's not useful. We need to keep the customer at least with you, for example, to 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to see the numbers of the customer acquisition cost and the lifetime value for each segment. We are in Widebot have many segments,
Mm-hmm.
even in the SMEs and enterprises. We have a customer that can pay $15 per month, and we have a customer that can pay 10K per month. So we need to segment each customer and its need and how to keep them and the lifetime value for each segment. So you need to break down all your numbers to a small numbers and track your all numbers in to keep them and to increase the sales funnel or increase the numbers of each segment.
Right, right. And when it comes to driving in, you were just mentioning now, right? The free users and the paying users. When it comes to acquiring them and converting them, basically, are you more inclined to do kind of like a free 1 month trial or discounted prices on the first month? What do you think is the best tactic, or what has worked in your case?
We tried many tactics, but we find now is that we can give you a free chatbot
Mm-hmm.
forever, but with a limited features or a limited number of
Mm-hmm.
users. So
Mm-hmm.
you can try all the experience with a limited number of users. You can keep it free all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This will help me to know have a huge customer base and have a more analytics and more data and how to make my platform more accurate. So as you know, the AI need that. So you come to Whitebot and build your bot for free, and I will give you also an AI engine. So it's a win-win. Yeah, I
Right.
need data and you need a free service. If you find it's a useful service for you, then you will upgrade yourself to a pro package or a premium package.
Right.
But you need to feel the value.
Right. Right. Now, talking about budget when it comes to, taking those first steps, or even when you want to grow further, what kind of budget should an entrepreneur consider when it comes to growth hacking and digital marketing specifically? Um, do you have sort of some kind of milestones that we can think about, and how can they use that budget?
Okay, at first you need to find the product market fit. You don't need to invest more and in marketing paid, or you need traction very quickly, and your product is not ready. You need to 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 walk slowly and reach to the product market fit. You know the customer needs the service and he can pay X for this service. So at this stage, you can try to 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 to, to invest more in marketing or in paid marketing. But there is a lot of marketing tools. It's for free. You can use it. You can use a free hacks and free techniques before you go to paid marketing. At the first, the cash flow is very limited, so you don't need to invest a lot of money in marketing, and the customer come to your platform and he find it's not useful for him, so you lost the customer. So you need to make a balance between the product market fit and the marketing budget you invest.
Right. So there's no number that we can estimate more or less in terms of.
At first at Widebot, we dedicated around 5% to marketing, but now it's around more than 25% of our revenue. So
Right.
it's a milestone. At first, you don't invest more in marketing; you invest more in your product and find reach to the product market fit point. Then we can increase your marketing budget.
Right, right. That's interesting. And how do you decide? You were mentioning before we have to test, right? Test fast, fail fast.
Yes.
So how do you start choosing those platforms? Do you start with social media? Do you utilize? Are there sort of market leaders that are used for lead generation?
Sorry again.
Are there so leading platforms that are used for lead generation aside from social media? We know that social media is one of the strongest, and if you can also tell us, like, what are the basically the best channels in terms of social media to generate leads.
Okay, for B2B, LinkedIn is the best one.
Hmm.
Facebook is not that much.
Hmm.
For B2B, SEO and SEM and email marketing is the best to acquire customers in the B2B business.
Hmm.
Facebook is important for branding, for to brand your product,
Hmm.
but it's not the main channel you acquire customers.
Right.
For B2B, you acquire them through SEO, SEM, webinars, the blogs. It's a different techniques from the B2C. B2C, the Facebook is perfect. It's perfect, and Instagram and so on. But in the B2B, no, Facebook is not the best one.
Right. You just mentioned blogs and authoring and webinars and guest posts and those things, right? Um, does that work a lot for B2B businesses?
Yes, definitely.
Uh-huh. So do you advise approaching different media platforms to write a guest post, or what kind of actions can be taken to sort of increase that presence?
Again, sorry.
Yes, I know the
Again,
network is terrible.
okay.
So what kind of measures or what kind of actions should you take to increase your presence in blogs and websites? Should you just cold email the platforms? Do you recommend writing your own blog? What is it that you recommend the most?
Um, it's depend on the business, but in the
Mhm.
chatbot industry there is not a lot of awareness for the chatbot industry in
Mhm.
the MENA region especially.
Mhm. Yeah.
So we need to sell you the value of the chatbot through the blogs. You need to write to your customer why to build the chatbot, how you to can earn from the chatbot, what is the value, how to retain your customer, how to increase your customer satisfaction. So I think the blog is a huge it's a very important channel. So also the webinars. It's a SaaS platform. It's also the dashboard, a lot of buttons and a lot of actions you need to take. So the webinars and learning content, you need to invest in it to train your customer to build the chatbot in it's a drag and drop experience, but it's need a lot of learning material. So you need to balance your budget or your activities to many channels to keep our customers or to keep or to acquire a lot of number of customers.
Right, right. I think HubSpot does a great job, right? In
Yes,
they
yes,
have a blog that is very, very much very well read and very well known, right? That's a very good
yes.
example. Like you can guys go over at HubSpot
But
and check out. They have their own service, but they also have their blog, and it's very insightful. They have lots of articles. They do partnerships as well, which is very interesting. It's a very interesting way, right?
I was trying to do partnership with them.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. A partnership with them is a very good idea.
Yes.
No, we
Also, our focus on Arabic, so we provide content in Arabic, so it's very um, fit with the market culture, with the Arabic culture. Sorry.
yeah, yeah. Where do you see this going? Where do you see this growing? The whole chatbot industry. There was so much talk with the inception of AI. There was a huge conversation regarding chatbots. I remember we spoke about it in Egypt in Seed
Yes,
Stars, right? So where do
yes.
you see the industry going?
Uh, After the coronavirus and after this crisis,
Mm,
the businesses found that the automation is very important. You
mhm.
need to automate as much as you can all your process. So the chatbot is very booming. It's now, yeah, after the corona, we have around 4x the leads come to Widebot. We need to build the chatbots, and we launched a lot of successful chatbots last month.
Mhm.
So the chatbot industry is coming. Not only chatbot, every automation, any tool that can automate and save money and deliver a fast service, it will be needed. So the chatbot industry, especially with AI, not based on rules,
Mhm.
it I found it will be um, the most one of the most important industries in the technology in the
Right.
next 3 years. So it's very promising. It's very promising, especially after WhatsApp joined the line of the chatbot. Um,
Mhm.
all of us has a chatbot, sorry, has a WhatsApp in their mobiles. You don't need to download an application for each service. No, you can use what you even know want to through WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. So it's very reachable, and by the
Right.
AI it will be a very useful and very that can understand your intent and entity, and that can give you a very service that can satisfy the end user. So the next 3 years, it's the years of a chatbot industry.
Right, right. I remember us talking about the chatbot persona, right? That a lot of
Yes.
people are building basically in the entertainment industry. What other uses other than that, other than the customer experience, are you finding that clients are requesting in for chatbots?
The first thing is the customer service. You need to automate your customer service. You need to reply or FAQs. You need to. You don't need to hire a lot of people to
Yeah,
answer your customers' question. The chatbot it's the first segment they can target. The next one is the sales. I can provide. It can lead generation. It can sell e-commerce, food, anything. So the chatbot will be have a great impact in the sales process. Also, the chatbot have entertainment, like you as you told me. Chatbot, you can interact with the chatbot to have content or from a celebrity or your a big figure. So the chatbot will use on these cases in different
right,
domains بقى, in healthcare, in food, in e-commerce, in governmental, in banking sector. So it's متشعبة. I don't know متشعبة with English, but it will be in different sectors.
right, right, right. So we're seeing more and more sort of robots answering our own questions, right?
Yes.
So, entrepreneurs, and this is the final question. I'm going to let you go because I know that you
Okay.
have a very busy schedule. Can entrepreneurs access Whitebot and utilize it to build their own businesses? Because there are a lot of people right now in our community of entrepreneurs that are, turning sort of trying to drive a digital transformation and selling their products online. Can they use?
Yes.
Do you recommend, to use a chatbot to, speak to their first users, their first customers? How do you recommend to take the first steps in using a chatbot?
if I understand you well, yes, we have in the chatbot industry, not only in Widebot, in many platforms, you
Mm-hmm.
have a predefined template in each use case you need.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to build a chatbot with a predefined data, in if your business in the food, you will find a predefined template in the food industry with a predefined data sets. It's only Arabic in Widebot.
Right, right. Yeah.
Also, if you need a chatbot for your doctor, if you are a doctor, if you are a gym,
Mhm.
whatever is the industry, you can find a predefined template. So you don't need to invest a lot of effort to build your own chatbot. No, there is a predefined template and predefined data sets available in the market. So you need to start with a chatbot to remove the headache or the hassle of answering your customer the basic question. So
Right, right.
definitely you need to a human factor, but you need to minimize the human factor and use the automation tool to focus on sales, on focus on another work. So
Right, right, right. I'm running the company basically.
exactly.
This is super interesting. You're making me think I should have another session just about building a chatbot for your startup, right? I think
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
yeah, we should definitely create another session about that. So thank you so so much for
Thank you.
joining today. It was very
Thank you.
very
Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for the invitation.
thank you so
And hope
much.
it will be useful.
Yes, it is very very useful. We're going to be doing a recap of the whole of the advices of all the tips that you gave us, and we're going to be publishing that soon. And for everyone that missed the first part of the episode, it's going to be available on YouTube. You can find all the episodes of the quarantine sessions now available on YouTube. So thank you so much, Nabil. Thank you
Thank you.
again.
Thank you. Thank
Have
you.
a
Thank you.
lovely day.
Thank you.
Happy quarantine,
Thank
as I always say.
Happy
Let's make the best
Happy Easter.
of time. Take
Thank
care.
you. Thank you. Bye
Goodbye.
bye. Bye bye.